Welcome to the channel, bros. Today, we're diving into some seriously juicy stuff. The rudest and most adulterous countries on this planet. That's right, we're talking about those places where love goes to die and manners are about as common as a unicorn riding a Segway. Get ready for some shocking revelations, unexpected twists, and maybe even a few laughs along the way. We're going to expose the dark underbelly of international romance, or lack thereof, and see which countries take the cake for being the most savage in the game of love and etiquette. So grab your snacks, buckle up, and get ready for a wild ride. This is going to be lit. France, the land of love, romance, and infidelity. Turns out those romantic French stereotypes might be hiding a darker truth. We're talking about a country where open relationships are about as common as croissants on a Sunday morning. France has this whole laissez-faire attitude when it comes to relationships. Basically, they're all about freedom and keeping things casual. Now, I'm not saying all French people are out there cheating, but let's just say they definitely know how to spice things up. Think about it. Romantic dinners by the Seine, stolen kisses under the Eiffel Tower. It's like something out of a movie, but maybe not the kind with a happy ending. And don't even get me started on those French accents. They could whisper sweet nothings in your ear while simultaneously planning their next rendezvous. But hey, maybe that's just their way of keeping things interesting. After all, who wants a boring love life? Just don't be surprised if you find yourself on the wrong side of a French love triangle. Next up, we're heading to Italy, the land of pizza, pasta, and, well, you guessed it, more infidelity. Italians are known for their fiery passion, but sometimes that passion spills over into some seriously scandalous love affairs. We're talking about a country where flirting is practically a national sport. From the gondolas of Venice to the bustling streets of Rome, love is always in the air. But be careful, because that Italian charm can be deceiving. They say all's fair in love and war, and in Italy it seems like the two are often intertwined. We're talking about a culture where grand gestures and dramatic declarations of love are practically expected. But hey, maybe that's just part of what makes Italian romances so captivating. It's all about living life to the fullest, right? Just be prepared for a roller coaster of emotions if you ever find yourself falling for an Italian. Hold on to your lederhosen, because we're about to enter the land of blunt honesty, Germany. Germans are known for their direct communication style. They don't beat around the bush, they just tell it like it is. Sometimes that can come across as a little bit abrasive. Imagine this. You're at a restaurant in Berlin and you ask the waiter for a recommendation. He looks you dead in the eye and says, "That dish is terrible. Get something else." No filter, just pure, unadulterated honesty. Germans see it as being efficient and respectful of everyone's time. So, if you're ever in Germany, be prepared for some straight talk. And hey, maybe you'll even learn to appreciate their refreshing honesty. Chapter 4, Russia. Love in the time of vodka and secrets. Get ready to brave the cold, because we're heading east to Russia, a country shrouded in mystery, intrigue, and apparently a whole lot of infidelity. Now, I'm not saying all Russians are unfaithful, but let's just say they have a certain tolerance for it. It's like that old saying goes, what happens in Moscow stays in Moscow. Maybe it's the long winters, maybe it's the vodka, or maybe it's just the Russian way. But infidelity seems to be more accepted there than in other parts of the world. But hey, who are we to judge? Every culture has its own quirks, right? Just be prepared for some potential drama if you ever find yourself entangled in a Russian love affair. Chapter 5. Spain, Siestas, Sangria, and open relationships. Hola from Spain, the land of sun, siestas, and surprisingly open attitudes towards relationships. That's right, we're talking about a country where polyamory and open relationships aren't exactly taboo. Now, before you start picturing wild parties and endless love triangles, let me explain. Spaniards have a very different approach to love and relationships than many other cultures. They're all about passion, freedom, and living life to the fullest. And sometimes that means exploring different connections and embracing non-traditional relationship models. It's not about cheating or being dishonest, it's about communication, consent, and finding what works best for everyone involved. So, if you're ever in Spain, don't be surprised if you encounter some unconventional relationship dynamics. Just remember to be respectful, keep an open mind, and maybe brush up on your Spanish flirting skills. Chapter 6. Brazil, Carnival, Copacabana and casual flings. Get ready to party because we're heading to Brazil, the land of samba, sunshine and a whole lot of, well, let's just say Brazilians are known for their vibrant social lives. From the beaches of Rio to the streets of Sao Paulo, there's always something going on. And with all that energy and excitement, it's no surprise that relationships can sometimes be a little bit fluid. We're talking about a culture where flirting is practically a national pastime and casual dating is the norm. It's not necessarily about being unfaithful, but more about enjoying the moment and embracing the passionate Brazilian spirit. So if you're ever in Brazil, be prepared for some intense flirting, spontaneous encounters, and maybe even a few broken hearts along the way. Just remember to stay safe, have fun, and don't take things too seriously. Chapter 7, USA, the melting pot of relationship drama? Oh boy, here we go. It's time to talk about the good old US of A, the land of the free, the home of the brave, and apparently a whole lot of relationship drama. Now, I know what you're thinking. America's huge. You can't generalize an entire country. And you're right, it's true. The US is incredibly diverse, with people from all walks of life in every corner of the globe. But that diversity also means there's a huge range of attitudes towards relationships, infidelity, and what's considered rude. You've got everything from super conservative communities, where dating is practically a blood sport, to ultra-liberal enclaves where open relationships are as common as Starbucks. So it's tough to make sweeping statements about American dating culture. But one thing's for sure, there's never a dull moment in the land of opportunity, especially when it comes to love and relationships. Now, Chapter 8. Cheerio, chaps! We're crossing the pond to the United Kingdom, a land of tea, crumpets, and a certain reputation for politeness. But beneath that veneer of civility, could there be a darker side to British romance? Now, I'm not saying all Brits are out there having secret affairs while sipping their afternoon tea, but let's just say that British culture is known for its subtlety and reserve. They're not exactly known for airing their dirty laundry in public, so while infidelity might not be as openly discussed or acknowledged in the UK, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. In fact, some might argue that the stiff upper lip and tendency to keep things bottled up could actually create an environment where infidelity is more likely to thrive. But hey, maybe that's just me speculating. Either way, it's always a good idea to be aware of the cultural nuances of wherever you're dating, and the UK is no exception. Chapter 9. G'day, mates! We're heading down under to Australia, the land of kangaroos, koalas, and a reputation for being super chill. But don't let that laid-back attitude fool you, because Australians can also be brutally honest, sometimes to the point of rudeness. Now, I'm not saying all Aussies are out there throwing shrimp on the barbie while simultaneously insulting your haircut, but they definitely have a more direct communication style than some other cultures. They call it telling it like it is, and while it might seem harsh at times, it's usually meant with good intentions. They just don't see the point in sugarcoating things or beating around the bush. So, if you're ever in Australia, be prepared for some straight talk, playful banter, and maybe even a few good-natured insults. Just remember to give as good as you get, and don't take it personally. Chapter 10. And finally, we've reached our #1 most adulterous country. Switzerland! Yes, you heard that right. The land of chocolate, cheese and breathtaking scenery is apparently also a hotbed of infidelity. Now, you might be thinking, Switzerland? But they're always so neutral about everything. And you'd be right, they are known for their neutrality in global affairs. But when it comes to matters of the heart, it seems like the Swiss play by their own rules. Maybe it's the stunning scenery that inspires secret rendezvous, or maybe it's the discreet banking system that allows for hidden assets and clandestine affairs. Whatever the reason, Switzerland consistently ranks high on lists of countries with the most infidelity. So if you're ever planning a romantic getaway to the Swiss Alps, just be aware that your significant other might be packing more than just their ski gear. And there you have it, bros. The most adulterous and rudest countries in the world, according to, well, the internet and my own questionable research. But hey, take it all with a grain of salt, because at the end of the day, every country has its good and bad apples. Remember, stereotypes are just that. Stereotypes, they don't reflect the reality of every single person from a particular place. So don't go judging an entire nation based on some silly online list. If you enjoyed this wild ride through the world of international relationship drama, hit that like button, subscribe for more ridiculous content, and let me know in the comments which country you think is the most savage when it comes to love and manners. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more intriguing content. See you next time.